You ready? Okay. Music plays a huge role in everyone's life, in everyday life. You can't go 30 minutes or even an hour without hearing music, whether it's, walking in the grocery store or in the car on the radio. But how and why does music affect us? Why do we listen to music? Well, there's a huge slew of reasons why somebody might listen to music. I'm going to list just a few here, give you some examples. For religious purposes, some of the earliest documented music was actually for religious reasons. The Gregorian chant in the Catholic Church was the earliest music known. And, today even, you go to church, you hear music traditionally. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you got the music. Go to the club or whatever, go to the honky tonk, and you got you some music, beat bopping around in there, because they don't want to just be standing there looking at each other. You got music being pumped in to excite everybody and get everybody, pumped up for where they're at and what they're doing. When you mourn a loss of a loved one, there is music. I've never been to a funeral that there hasn't been some sort of music being played or sung in some way. In the car, you have music, obviously. Maybe you're on the way back from work from a long 12-hour day and you're tired and you just kind of relax a little bit, flip on the old tunes, turn to your favorite channel and try to de-stress a little bit. When you go to a restaurant, you're going to hear music wherever you're at. You go to the Olive Garden, you got a little bit of slow jazz kind of soothing you while you sip your drink and eat your pasta. A big thing that music has a role in is movies. Because in movies, how are you supposed to know how you're supposed to feel what you're feeling while you're feeling it if you don't know how to feel? It's the music. The music actually tells you how you're supposed to be reacting to this couple kissing or this person, your favorite person, getting, killed or whatever it might be. And then again, at sporting events, you hear music. The band is playing and the drummers are drumming. At a wedding, lots of music at weddings. It's one of the, the first dance. They're not just dancing to nothing. They got music going on, obviously. Everyone listens to music. Everyone. Did you know, though, that music affects you physically and psychologically? It happens. Music. Athena Ines, PhD, she says, music touches everyone in some way, either by listening or playing. Okay, so going back to some of my examples, let's talk about how music affects you physically, in the physical, your actual person. So, just a real obvious one, your face. If I'm listening to a sad song, I might have, a little bit of a pout. If I'm listening to some happy music, some Ariana Grande, I'm happy. If I'm listening to some mariachi, I might want to dance. I don't know. But it affects you physically, and you can see that. Another way, Erin Sharp, PhD, she says, it may be difficult to believe, but music can help to reduce pain. It causes the body to release endorphins to counteract the pain, and in some cases releases the hormone known as adrenaline. Now, adrenaline is this, the fight or flight hormone. It causes you to, it pumps you up. Your face is getting hot, you're starting to maybe shake a little bit. That's what that is. And in the real world, some places where that is seen is, like I said earlier, sporting events, football. You're out there on the 45-yard line waiting for kickoff to happen, and next thing you know, the band starts blowing you away with their lovely tune, and you're getting pumped up. That fight or flight hormone starts kicking in, and physically you change. It even can you can improve your game. And also another way, something that you might not think about it, but they have done many tests on classical music and babies. So a lot of the time, you see in the movies, or people might say it's kind of weird, why are you talking to your baby? Why are you playing baby or music for your baby? But it's known that the babies that are in the tummy, when they hear the music, physically, it can improve their intelligence. I mean, that's a plus, right? I wish I would have heard a lot more music when I was a baby. Maybe I'd be a little smarter. Maybe I'd have an A in this class. I don't know. But so now let's look at some psychological ways that music affects you. This is the mind. Specifically with music therapy. Now, I actually didn't know much about this until I started researching this, but it's really, really quite interesting. According to the American Music Therapy Association, music therapy is an established health profession in which music is used within a therapeutic relationship to address physical, emotional, cognitive, and social needs of individuals. So, music is more than just entertainment. It can affect you mentally, and it will affect you mentally, no matter what you're listening to. So, listen to the right stuff. Kathy Wong did an experiment with a group of individuals, some patients that had depression, stress, and even autism. She had 3 patients that she used the music therapy on, and 3 that she did not. And the 3 that she used it with rapidly improved and faster, got better than the other ones, than the ones that she did not use the music therapy with. My boss actually has a child, special needs child, autism, and kind of interesting to know, she told me that her and her son, they have a happy song, is what they call it, the happy song. And whenever he's upset or feeling emotional, she might play this happy song, and his mood instantly improves, and he gets feeling more comfortable and better. And a very interesting thing I saw whenever I was in school, a video about Alzheimer's and how music therapy and music affected them. It took place in a nursing home. I can't remember where exactly, but it took place in a nursing home, and there was an old man, suffered severely from Alzheimer's, and he was at the end stages of his life, and family members, were mourning over the fact that they had really lost their parent many years before, because he didn't remember them, himself, or anything. Until one day, they were in the hall, the gathering hall, having some entertainment, and someone went up to the piano and started playing an old tune, because he was a singer for his church. He was the leader for his church. And they started playing an old song, and the next thing they know, they see him tapping his foot, start singing along, and his brain actually reconnected with that time in his life, and he could remember things for that time in his life. So then when his family came to see him, they're like, you got to check this out, it's amazing. So he played him the song, and he actually could remember his family through the music, which is amazing. It's really, really amazing. So music has a huge impact on our daily lives and the lives of people around us. Physically and emotionally, you see these changes through everybody, through what you're listening to and through what you hear. So, with that I say, listen to a happy song. Thank you.